second part of Senua's sacrifice. Okay. The game just looks better when played on a controller. On a mouse, man, I can switch and turn so fast, but it looks choppy. But I don't know, I may play it some with mouse and keyboard. Looks better? Oh, yeah, it does. That's the difference between a $1,500 PC and a $300 Xbox, though. Everything's playing on all the max settings, and I'm still playing the game at way higher frame rate than the Xbox is capable of. I'll try one of the fights on mouse and keyboard. There's a face. Why is that vibrating like that?
Senua, we each walk these lands gazing towards...
Alright, I wish there's gotta be a way to turn up the sensitivity with the controller. B doesn't
different
attack?
horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Yeah, maybe.
I can definitely see a game like that existing.
Or at least like a boss, like one of those ones. I don't think the entire game could work like that. That'd be fucking painful. But like a end game boss. Like, place your bets. GG.
Sounds like some RuneScape
See
stuff.
that one?
Alright.
Hey, don't be talking about RuneScape. Let's see what the next one's going to be. Huh? Once she sees it,
to the living,
then she can open the door.
you already walk amongst the dead.
No,
Look
you match
towards
them
the gate,
in the environment,
and you will see that
and
it
you can
has
walk up to the door and the door will open. Suits area.
When they first came to my
Disturbing
lands,
as fuck.
I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, slavery to many lives. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Ishmael? Gotcha.
What?
I said look at you. Sending.
Sending?
Oh, fuck.
Behind you!
What are you referring to? Okay. I don't get how I'm sending. Oh,
She's ready. You are a capable warrior.
I mean,
Remember your training.
I was trying to make this
Behind
years ago. To be honest.
Watch out!
Oh, I've always struggled with the fucking shield guys.
Behind you! Take him down! Take him down now! Too slow. It's behind you! Ended it.
So something in this game, while you're playing it, if your person goes behind you, you should dodge immediately, because it's not lying. It's like her little voices in her head do help her sometimes. Yeah, that's when there's multiple. This is a part that's pretty hard, because you can die doing it wrong. You have to do it multiple times.
Are you playing Senua?
Yeah.
Hellblade?
I'm streaming the entire thing, almost like a
Gone? Right. Blood walk
Hell will
exist.
not give you the answers you want,
Yeah.
but you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
It's pretty true. You cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
What's happening?
There's a lot of truth in that.
Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. It was higher. Cert is through there.
He's waiting for her. You can't get through. How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth, Cert. Find your own way.
There's always another way.
There's always a way.
Find your own way.
You just
The
have to
Northmen
find it.
tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Another gate.
She needs to find it.
So these gates,
Another fire sacrifice.
always remember where
Fire Senua,
it's at.
to follow the path to Surt.
Like, on your way to finding the path, you need to make sure you remember where the gate
It's
is.
too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
If you can't remember your way back, you'll burn to death.
Concentrate on where you're
Yeah.
going. She needs to remember the path.
So you have to.
Everything will burn, then
The
how will
game
she
tells
find
you
the way
that.
back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
Like, the voices in her head were telling her, like, you know, you can't find it. She won't be able to tell. She'll burn to death. It's giving you a warning in the way that the game does, because there's no tutorial.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
You gotta remember. No way! I actually didn't make it. Or did I? No, I didn't. Man, that's lame. Like, I knew where to go. I just looked around for just a minute to, like, see what changed. Can't do that.
your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
So something I didn't really realize my first time playing through this game, well, she's not. I thought she was one of the Vikings. She's not. I kept wondering why they called them the Northmen. She's Celtic. So like, she's on their like lands. It's a real shithole.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things. Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears.
Raise your world to the crime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now. me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt.
What's the secret?
And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. A fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Alright. And continue with Hellblade.
I'm now at as far as I've ever gotten. So like up to this point it's been pretty clean. I've just run through the game. But somehow I could
Have you
remember.
beaten Surt?
No, but like the puzzles, I'm done with all the puzzles, I believe. I just didn't Surt's last puzzle.
Oh, combat time, that's not fair.
Oh yeah, if you get that first one at Surt, he comes in swinging. He'll just come in and slap the
If
shit out
I
of you.
can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness,
So surely I'm gonna have to run all the way around.
can you.
Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. No. Okay. Touch it. Touch it. There we go. Am I here?
Run, Senua! Run! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run! 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 Through the fire! And down and charge!
She's dying.
And then a Y. And then a Y.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
The runes.
This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
That's the end.
Are you
sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
Can't tell if this is a graphical glitch or not.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Celtic and take his mark, and I will tear you from this world and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
The first door.
Go.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
It's hard. I don't think you can block any of his attacks.
Thank you, Luke.
I don't remember what to do to him when he's burning. You gotta hit it?
Focus.
Yeah. No!
Oh.
The flame shield! Stay back, stay back.
I just have to stay away from it?
Right! They're winning.
Oh, apparently not.
Focus! It's the only way. Focus! Something else. What to do? There must be a way to see past it. An illusion.
So it's way easier than Ball Robin.
Oh yeah. He's just like a bigger one of the people you just always fight anyway.
Yeah. You just gotta remember not to try to parry him. Ball Robin is the parry god, whereas he is definitely the avoid god, you know? You just dodge all of his abilities.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall.
Why are you so healthy, my man?
Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest for truth.
Gee, that smells terrible.
Druth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world. Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. His tales of hell were true. Then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him. Until she too could see what he saw. Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others.
Alright.
You know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter.
Alright, second gate.
And nothing
This is the tricky
the same
one.
Ever again.
That's the one I died on. I literally died like an inch away from it, just because I looked at what was the way you came, you come in. And I was like, huh, I wonder what they do to block it. Well, they do block it. What a beautiful scenery this is. Holy shit. Like, you almost forget it because of how creepy everything is, but every now and then there's just like incredible scenery. What's in here? Hey, I've seen this.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
So Surt actually makes an appearance in the Marvel universe in one of the Thor movies. He has Thor all chained up right at the beginning of the movie. I want to say it's Thor.
I think I've seen that scene.
With the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it.
Alright, remember the path. There we go.
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Damien!
Fucking body-eagled him.
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life.
I completely forgot that's how that works.
You ran from it but brought it nearer.
I was looking for the R and I'm like, is it here in like the logs?
And you wanted to surrender, abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it.
Oh, it was in
So
the fire.
you will walk into the lair of the beast.
Yeah, like scorched into the grow.
Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission.
The
This
Norse
is
believe
your
in some
quest.
crazy stuff, I'll tell you
There
what.
is nothing
They
else
probably
left.
have the most in-depth religion of any of them. Them and maybe Egyptian, but the Egyptian stories are kind of lame. Like the best one is the story of Isis and Osiris. Alright, bitch, you wanna go? We about to do this shit?
And so there's this fire giant, right?
The gods.
When the end of the world happens, his two kids are gonna sail away in a ship made out of dead people. Okay.
Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
You could tell, like, all they had to drink was this fermented, thick mead.
The one time when I was a few times me and Candace drank mead, the first thing I noticed about it is it made me very fucking. It's just like honey, fermented honey and cinnamon.
They probably didn't even understand the concept of getting blasted. They just drank it because like it keeps us warm. I mean that's how they came up. That's how they came up with all
big
this.
intoxicated, fucking high as shit. They were the first known people to use cordyceps mushrooms.
Ah.
They thought that taking mushrooms was like a gateway to the other worlds, and that's how they could see them. So they would take as many as they could.
There's a thing about that in that in Vinland Saga. It's kind of hilarious. There's like a guy he has like that's like his whole spiel is mushrooms, but every now and then he busts out a mushroom, and that's when shit gets serious.
Yeah. They would take mushrooms until they didn't see this planet anymore, and this is how you get to the other worlds.
Every gate you open into darkness.
You drink a bowl of... Oh wow, something just happened. You drink a bowl of like cordyceps soup, which is like the mushroom soup out of the bowl of like a loved one's skull in order to see them again after they die. They do some crazy shit. Who the fuck hit me? Oh shit! Who is you?
Oh, I forgot about this part.
Get up.
Get up, quick!
Get up, get up, get up.
She can still do
You're still hurt. Oh fuck! I don't know his moveset. Get up, bitch!
It's not over. It's not over.
We're hurt bad. Alright, let's just take our time. Get our health back. You know what he does now? We're
Oh
gonna
my
avoid
god.
it.
I might die here.
Oh, what? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god, run Senua. I'm curious if you actually don't kill those people fast enough if you die there.
I think so, because I remember dying there before. Thank you for waiting. Get parried.
Oh, look at this parried.
Her scream when she does stuff sounds so emotional. See, I never really used the B attack much. That's why I always struggled with the fucking sword guy, the shield guy so much. The bee attack.
I was actually curious if you even knew about that.
No, I didn't really know that that existed. Like that
Yeah.
flying knee into those guys really just fucks their shield out of the way. I didn't even know about that fight. Man, the moment you open the door, that dude punches you in the face and you get one shot out. Fuck. Where are the good gods? Where's the Asgardian gods? They should be doing something about, like, one, they should not allow her to be here. This
The
should not
journey
be
to
okay.
Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will
Definitely
find
these
yours.
things hanging in the ceiling are a part of this. See this one? Right there's an exit if I... Oh, apparently not. Like at any moment, Thor should just drop down and beat the fuck out of everybody and be like, "What the hell are y'all doing?" Like, she's immortal. I'm the protector of the mortals. That's what I do. Alright, come here. No, Thor, I don't want to. Come here. Put the hammer in your butt. Put it in your butt. I don't want to, Thor. Yeah, I know.
Just that, that whole situation.
Yeah, yep. That's it. Now apologize. I'm sorry. You are.
My pussy hurts.
My fucking ass is killing me. He put it all the way to the hammer. Let's see where it's at.
There we go. Alright, last door. Till sort.
I was gonna do this in parts per boss, but I've gone too far now and I'm a little too into this, so the second part might be just kinda long. Maybe the rest of the game. Guess we'll see. I don't know how long this game is.
That's fine.
Look at that.
Part 1's 40 minutes, part 2's 3 hours.
That's it. That's some old PewDiePie specials. Back before he broke it down in like every 30-minute increment. Which, man.
Yeah.
And then to every 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then every 10 minutes now you can't even fucking watch like the gameplay. There's been a couple of games that I just so happen to watch him play that I
However, you
didn't
come
have.
to the gold-covered
Like after a
bridge
while,
that
it just got
leads to
annoying.
hell,
It got painful to
you may
watch.
find it guarded by a giantess.
Yes.
That's
She'll ask your
sweet,
name,
sweet ad
she'll ask your
revenue.
lineage.
Right.
She will ask your business. The Northmen
It was
tell
like
of
ad
the warrior
revenue
woman
and fucking
Brynhild,
like the
who
statistics.
leapt
Like
into
YouTube
fire
was telling
and
people like,
rode
hey,
to hell
listen,
to join
you're
her
only
slave
being an idiot
love
if you don't do
Sigurd,
this.
and is challenged by the giantess.
Run, Senua.
It's giving me the lore bits.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sickbed, and her bed hangings are called...
That scream
flames
when
of a
she's like
funeral
on
pyre.
fire, like stumbling into Sert's boss room.
Rough.
Half
Is
black
rough.
and half the color of flesh. And her face is in the grin.
See, I just can't figure out why there were bulk nuts hanging everywhere. Still want to get that as a tattoo.
song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Oh. We tried to fight Hela, the giantess. It's way more
Stormy seas and lost
to
souls.
lore version than what Smite portrayed.
She's dreamt of this before.
Where she actually has like
They
split,
say
like a
dreams
split
are visions
face.
of our
Yeah,
memories,
split down the
thoughts,
center.
and fears, as seen by our
The only
own
thing is,
eye.
one side is supposed to be extremely beautiful.
But what if each one of us is
That bitch
always
is ugly as
dreaming,
hell.
Oh
even when awake, and we only
This
see
is
what
that
our
boss
inner
music
eye
right
creates
there.
for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares.
Fuck, that was a lot. That was already.
Maybe that's why
God
people
damn.
feared seeing the world through
What?
our eyes.
I like
Because if you
burped and
believe
choked
Senua's
and coughed all
reality
at the
is
same time. It's so awful.
You must accept.
Dude, if you ever fart while
Yours
sneezing while you pee,
might
you
be
might
too.
blow your dick off. Like your
failed
urethra
the
would just
shot.
disappear.
You're pathetic.
It'll just blow out the sides like a garden hose with holes poked in it.
What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
That was awful.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken.
Oh, solder the wound close.
Just like your sword.
Come on. There.
What a weird time to be alive.
Huh?
What a weird time to be alive.
Why go on?
What?
I got a
Keep
recommendation
everything, face that which torments you.
for some dude gotten
Only
like
to find that
it's,
it
I
is worse
like
than
from
you could
the
imagine.
fucking clickbait ass fucking picture. It
Why
was like
go?
getting paid $15,000 to be a girl for a
Is
month,
it
and it's
really
just
so
like
weak
what?
to ask this?
Can I
Or was
please?
just so afraid of the honest answer.
I mean, the only thing that would be weird for that is my job, but Publix is very PC.
Sometimes the answer lies
so
in a memory.
they would look at me kind of
Feeling.
strange, and I would just be like, "Yep,
A
still
song.
want to keep my same name, have a unisex name, but now I'm a woman." Like, how does Candace feel about that? Like, oh, Candace is okay. She's bisexual.
It's true.
She's fine.
Mhm.
Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Suck it, sir.
Not like this.
It's not real. It's real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No, it's not. It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
The picture, like, I clicked on it. This motherfucker looks like a chick.
Oh. So into that. Look, man, from what I understand, majority of the makeup tutorial YouTubers are dudes. Which is so odd to me that somehow the men are doing it better than the women, but we do that at most things, so why not make them?
He's gone. He's gone. Slow. Could you keep going? Could you keep going? Ignore the pain.
I'm never gonna get sponsored.
Trick you.
I
Cancelled before it began.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's already probably demonetized.
Oh no, I already have one strike against my account, and I just made it.
Ah.
I have like 2 subscribers, and I already have a fucking strike. It's like, how? Who was mad?
She was not in a good place.
Someone got very
Teenager.
male.
Whose little butt got hurt?
Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's inbel made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own.
I mean, I guess this proves it though. You could definitely pull it off. Well, some people could definitely pull this shit off. You was all joking. Now it's real.
Traps are good.
It was her world. Like this one. Barren. And lonely.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. Yes. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy. Swordplay under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if
Fucking crazy.
dancing. And the world danced with him. The glue lifted. For the first time in
Alright,
years,
then.
she felt a ray of hope.
This is a part of me is like, where the fuck did all the hair go? Like, that motherfucker got a mop on his head that just disappears into that wig. First off, I got
Northmen
questions.
tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built
Is
around
this
a great
truly
tree,
the
and one day
hole you wish to
Odin
search?
comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever she was. His brother-in-law, King Sigurd, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him. So King Sigurd plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Sigurd captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
No, tell the rest of the story. The story of Sigmund and Sigurd is a great story. There's a guy on YouTube that does a podcast just for different mythologies. He does like an incredible job at telling these stories.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain.
Here we go.
But the king's wife
Up the
is
hell I
Sigmund's
go.
sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
I hope I don't have to fight again.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but
Bro,
Sigmund
get your
holds
lips off
on.
my
The
eardrum
chains
right now.
break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
It's really like mind-blowing how much tweaking you can do, like, to set up forces specifically as a game. Like shit that I just wouldn't even think about. It's like, there's apps for the game that just give you basically different like menus in-game. So you can have like your HUD all the way off, or you can swap out your HUD, or you can add like more complicated breakdowns of like data. You can add in like fuel calculators, you can add in custom maps, like all sorts of crazy shit that exists in other games. And stuff that just doesn't. It's just crazy to me that like that that's just a thing.
I'm playing around right now with the ray tracing in this water. This is one of the big things in next-gen consoles. Like when you look into water, it actually reflects what's above it.
What's actually there, yeah.
It's so crazy to me that that's such a complicated thing. And it's something that's so subtle that some people, even if they had it, may not even notice it to appreciate it. But it's such a hard thing for your graphics card to do, because now it's rendering this image
it's
twice.
the same thing with like actually good water physics. That's like another really tricky thing to do. It's like it causes a lot of load.
Even in little tiny puddles, it's an accurate depiction of what's reflecting into it.
Mm-hmm.
I never really understood why it was so difficult until I watched a video on it. Like, it's literally rendering the same image twice, but in its full aspect, and then with the shaders on it from the whatever it's reflecting off of.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas most mirrors are just like a depiction of what it would be seen, you know?
Like an image, basically. Yeah.
Or like trickery, because it'll be like a camera angle that you can see, you know?
Perfecting her own
Yeah.
secret dance. Wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
No, it's a trick. It's an illusion. It's
Somebody had like a thing for GTA. It was like the big shaders overall that gave it like ray tracing. Like they advertised it was ray tracing, but then you realize like if you really dig into it, it's not. It took like a falsified version of the world, but it would copy your character. So it wasn't like accurate ray tracing. Most of everything was like faked in there in a very good way, like a very subtle way. But the way that they like sold it was that like your feet would be mirrored. So if you walked on puddles, you would notice it, but hopefully you wouldn't look at a puddle hard enough when somebody happened to be walking past you at like the right angle, or you wouldn't look at it like next to a car, for example.
The story's like really sad when you really pay attention to it. Like, she's doing all of this just because her like boyfriend died.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and...
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
Me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
Senua was a bad bitch.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here!
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone!
You will die here.
No!
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Damage.
Dillian? Is that you?
No, I straight up just died there.
I'll find
Ah!
you.
And it respawned me in the proper boss.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you?
He's waiting for you by the tree.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
She was playing the long con.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says. and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said the great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shard. Go to the shard. Go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it.
It's cool that they, if you find all the things, it actually tells you the story of Sigmund.
The runes. You need that sword.
And then you actually get to try to get Graham the sword that they talk about in it.
Find it. There it is. Focus. 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 Use your eyes. Look. Get closer. What can you see?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was
Said
drawn.
before, but I really am curious to see
it would be the death of the king.
What they do with the next game.
Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Why did he do this? Turn back. Why would he bring her here? It's not safe here. Why would he do
this is going
something
to
so
be
dangerous?
Scary puzzle.
Bring me here. Go in there. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch.
Get the torch.
It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here.
Like Max
I'm here for the trials.
type
Like when we
scary.
first met, remember?
I don't know if you ever played the old Max Payne games on like PlayStation.
Oh yeah, with like the invisible floor following
Yes,
the
and the
trail of
nightmares and
blood.
stuff. Oh my god, those things
Yeah.
are terrifying.
Dillian, there he is. Finally, you found him.
What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me? Just wait there. I'll find you.
This is your mission. Find him. To use everything you have and find get him back.
He was just there. How could you lose him? How could she lose him?
How could she? Find him.
If something pops out of this darkness, I'm gonna fucking shit on myself. Because now we're at the horror games I don't like because I can't fight.
I'll find him.
Okay, like that. We'll go left this time. Go right last time.
What was that? Did you hear that? No.
Shut up, voices in my head! Freaking me the fuck out!
Voices.
You're not helping.
Dillion's calling to you. Can you hear him?
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Hervor, the daughter of a berserker born
I don't
after
think I
he
ever
was killed.
found this.
She's a wild,
That's definitely a
willful
secret.
child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure
Oh
buried
yeah,
with
this
him,
is
and above
100%
all,
something.
the sword, Tyrving.
Okay, so there's some lore you can get while doing this spooky shit.
Don't touch the walls. You don't know what they might do.
Don't
Turn
touch
back.
the wall.
Ah, it leads to a face.
She has to keep.
Is it the one in the waterfall?
Go down there, no one can save you.
Oh
No,
my god, what? That scared the fuck out of me. I lit one of these, and it unlocked the door, and it was already lit. Was it like a fucking mirror? Hey, they're identical rooms. So I need to go this way. Now I'm scared to touch the wall on accident. One of the voices in my head was like, don't touch the walls. Okay.
Hervor disguises herself as a man to join
I've
the
missed a
band of
couple of these.
warriors.
I just realized that as
and
you
soon
find them,
becomes
it goes
their leader.
around the circle.
When they come to the island where
Yeah.
her father is buried,
missed a
her
couple.
men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts
And they're
the
all
island,
like in
and that
order.
it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
So both sides are dark. So we'll light this and see. No, neither side lit up. Oh, going left hasn't done me wrong so far. Left I go. Okay, left lit up that time. So I'll go right.
The moon is so bright.
How am I so far ahead of you?
Find another way. It's not working. You have to use.
Because you started playing
You're failing. Find another.
before I did.
Focus. Use your mind. Where's he gone? He's disappeared.
Like I started playing when you were on like the doors to search.
It's not him. We told you. We told you it was a trick.
I'm not trusting my voices in my head right now. There's a sword right there, Senua. Won't you pick that up?
What's up, Hela?
That voice doesn't sound like Dillion.
What's happening?
Quiet. It's not him. He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
It's not Dillion.
That doesn't sound like Dillion.
What's in there?
What's in there?
What is it?
A secret room.
There was.
How do you get in there?
How does she get in there?
Maybe you could.
There's no way.
Find her.
That voice. It's not Dillion.
You're too close to stop.
What's in there?
Okay. It's starting to make a lot of freaky sounds. It's giving me a spook. Been that way before. Okay. Sounds like a cow. Which is fucking terrifying. Oh. So I want to go into the spooky room? I don't know.
Dreadful moo.
Not the dreadful moo. I guess I'll go in here.
Dillion wants me to face my fears.
Face your fears. That's what we're doing. Oh.
Father,
Oh.
I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chieftain's son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal?
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No.
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods.
I love how the cutscenes are by the person she's talking to in front of you.
Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Oh. Okay. Glad that's over.
It's done. You did it, but there's more. There's more. You're tired, but you have to keep going. There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy.
I think this is a good place to take a little break.
Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you got the energy? She hasn't got the energy. No. Too much to do.
Man, this game is something special.